What's up, cousins? If you're ever on that streaming service, Ikui, and you happen to see a C-drama called A Beautiful Lie, do not watch it. Do not watch it. After 36 episodes, this was a worse ending than that K-drama Toto Soso Lala So. Worse. And that was difficult to do. Like, I was tracking with him, but it went so many places. And by episode 35, 36, I'm like, but where are we going with this? There's several. I feel like it would be a spoiler to tell you why it officially has the worst ending in my viewing history. But just trust me, it truly. I wasted 36 episodes. I wasted 36 episodes of my life at 40 minutes per episode at one time speed. Okay, I was watching it at normal speed. A Beautiful Lie. Mark and avoid. Just trust me on this. This is from cousin to cousin. Stay warm. In fact, let me spoil some things actually. Because it must be spoiled. I should have known when every character and every side character's main conversation point is about the relationship of the main couple. Even those who supposedly have a relationship amongst each other, there was only one other side couple that actually dealt with their own stuff. The other side couple were only talking about the main couple. Anyway, we have all the tropes. We have childhood connection, people getting mysterious savior in a traumatic bombing in Paris, and a person's dreams being shattered, or dreams of being a dancer being shattered. Now she is an actress, a very bad one at that. Then we have a cardiothoracic surgeon. Let's not get into it. Who also, because of trauma and reasons, can no longer operate and is now a rehab doctor because you can just jump from the one to the other. Let's not go into that. And then these two, Mr. Surgeon Dude has been having a crush on Miss Bad Actress for years. But again, there's that pesky childhood connection 18 years ago. And lo and behold, he's the one who saved her in the bombing in Paris 5 years ago. But also 5 years ago, he was in a war-torn region. I don't know where it's supposed to be because black people show up in this place called Suman. And because of the bombings and stuff that happened there, then he has PTSD. A very serious condition. But in this drama, moving on, every now and then he gets together, or he goes and volunteers at a children's home, and you see him sitting on a bench, and he regularly chats with this young boy. Eventually, episode 16, I start clocking. I'm like, listen, this kid only sits with this grown man, talking to him peer to peer, which is weird in a hierarchical society. Number 2, doesn't interact with any of the other kids. Come to find, figment of his imagination. Okay, hallucination because of severe depression. Our dude's got PTSD complicated by depression, complicated by hallucinations. And the hallucination is part of what is keeping him out of the OR. Because little boy, Xiao Jiao, is showing up when things are getting serious in an operating room. Okay, so we're dealing with mental illness. I like when the arts tackle it, and they don't often portray it well. I think the best portrayal I ever saw was Daily Dose of Sunshine. That was also sensationalized, but let me not get into that. I am not a mental health care professional. But this is the setup of A Beautiful Lie. He's lying, keeping it from his significant other. They eventually get together with bad actress. It was a mess, guys. It was a mess. But anyway, so his PTSD gets so bad he has to go on treatment. But now his treatment for depression leaves him very emotionless. And that is a terrible way to live. And that is a real side effect of some antidepressant medication. Okay. So Miss Actress Gal, and I'm spoiling the whole thing, guys. Miss Actress Gal then goes and okay, so I'm all over the place. So the hallucination is because during one of the surgeries in the war-torn area, Suman, he was trying to save the life of this little boy that he'd gotten to know in the market somewheres. It's a lot. And he couldn't complete the surgery because the medical tent was blown up. So as far as he knows, he was never able to save that boy's life. And so now the boy haunts him, which is a real thing. So Ukialge, when she figures out this is her man's condition and she really wants to help him and she sees that he's emotionless, he's feeling emotionless, he wants to break up with her. It's like, Gal, go live your life because me, I can't even feel nothing for you. You're crying for me, I can't feel nothing for you. Go live your life with, somebody's gonna give you all the emotion and all the love that you need. And she's like, I can't do that. She concocts an entire story with the help of other people there in Suman, creates a social media page claiming to be Ushaojia, the little boy who is probably not on this earth anymore. So dangling the hope that he's still alive. And so Mr. Cardiothoracic dude goes back to Suman, where he barely escaped with his life before. Goes back there to search for this little boy, to find answers, to give peace to his soul. Okay. And also, this is something that just happened in the last 10 episodes. It wasn't even really a real concern for most of this drama. Anyways, getting back to Suman. Now he's following leads and things, not knowing that he's been led by his nostrils by a lie that his girlfriend has concocted from a good place, maybe. I will let you judge by the outcome. And then now he's, writing in his diary, or, he's feeling much better. He's feeling that he can smile again. He even video calls Ukelfi, and, he's feeling positive. Gail decides, okay, it's time to fess up and admit that I made up this whole thing. So she hightails it to Suman, goes to the market waiting for him, still pretending to be little boy. Let's meet in the market where we met before. My dude gets... He sees her and he's running to her. And then they had to have some of my black people, my melaninated people, grab this man and drag him off screen. And that was the last we saw of him. That was the last we saw of him in this entire story, save for some moments where she is busy dreaming and she is imagining things. But they carry on these sequences for minutes, 5-10 minutes. And you're like, but what is actually going on here? Then she's back in China and she's wearing the promise ring or wedding ring, engagement ring, whatever, that he had wanted to give to her, that he had dropped in his tent so it never got stolen by the people who accosted him. And most likely him. All we know of him is that his pen that she had given him shows up being hawked at the market. The watch that she'd given him ends up being hawked at the market. Someone finds his bag late. Guys, this is how the drama ended. Udud is no longer here. And everything that Ugal has been seeing in the last 2 episodes of this thing has all been a figment of her imagination. She has lost her mind and she's hallucinating that he is still alive and still with her. And that is how the drama ends. I'm still here with you. No, he ain't. He is not. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I did not check a review before I started on this 36 episode. Anyway, it was a 2024. I'm not scared of taking anyone's food out their mouth because I'm giving a bad review. All I'm saying, cousins, is I still need to finish My Dearest, and I just wasted 36 episodes on this. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Mark and avoid. Mark and avoid. See how passionate I am. Mark and avoid a beautiful lie if you ever see it on Ikwe. That is all. Kota to kimchi.